We're at the DFW Spookdown. So you can see everybody's coming in. We're getting ready for our solo round. So I'll do a little more filming and we'll see how it goes.
Hello everyone, it's Melinda here with CatSmashPuzzles, and today we're doing a two-part episode of the 2025 Spooktacular DFW Showdown. This is Steven's second competition that he does every year. So I initially did the summer competition in June, and this is the Halloween version of it. So you can see I'm dressed up as a witch, and there was a costume contest and all sorts of fun activities. So I'll go over each and every activity that we did. And this is going to be a two-part video because the last one I did was about 50 minutes long, and I felt like that was quite excessive for one episode. So I'm going to split this into two. So in this video here, I will be doing the solo round and the teams round. And then in the second video, I'll be doing both the pairs and the pair relays. So that will be in a separate video, and I'll go over each of those in that one. So at the beginning, I said I would film more. I did not. But I did take many pictures this time. I was very bad about that last time. Now, why did I choose being a witch? Well, I had this dress already. I had some black boots and just needed the hat to just kind of wrap it all up. And of course, my black kitty here. So it was something that I quickly put together. I was not intending to win the costume contest because I wasn't going to put a lot of my effort into that. I wanted to win the speed puzzling contest. That's why I'm here. Just like the summer showdown, I kept calling this the Spookdown. It is the Spooktacular. That is in my head as canon. I don't know why. I don't know how to get rid of it. I even said it in a little intro video I did with my phone. So I apologize. I keep saying Spookdown. It's Spooktacular 2025 DFW Spooktacular. So this video is solo and teams. So there were 4 rounds total. Solo, pair relay, pairs, and teams. So the reason I'm breaking the pairs off by themselves is because it's me and Christina, and it's something that I just kind of want to maybe focus more on us together in one video, and then kind of work on my solo and then my teams for this video. Miss Buns has joined us with her little purple flower. Unfortunately, she's excessive grooming, and she has to have that on. Alright, so first up, let me just kind of explain what happened when you walked into the event. So you come in, you get yourself signed in, they get you your name tag, and then you go and pick a table. A lot of the times, especially in the state championships, nationals, and worlds, you're assigned a table, but this one's a little more casual, so therefore you could pick your table. So me and Christina obviously wanted to sit next to each other, and we tried to find the best lighting in the room, and we tend to kind of go towards the back in the middle, and that seems to be where the better lighting is. So that's where we've decided to sit. She wanted to be on the right this time, so I'm on the left, and that wasn't an issue with me. She just said she was practicing that way, and we switched sides. So now I made some predictions on what the puzzles were, because a couple days beforehand we got an email from Steven, and he's announced the schedule and then what the piece counts were. Well, the piece counts were interesting. It was, for the solo event, 350 pieces. For the pair relays, it was 275. For the pairs, it was 500. And for the teams, it was 1,000. Now, for the pairs and the teams, that was not what caught my eye. It was what the 275 for the relay and the 350 for the solo. Because only Cobble Hill has those piece counts. As far as I'm aware, I may be wrong on that, but it was enough to tell me this is going to be Cobble Hill Puzzles. So I went to Cobble Hill's website and I looked in to see what all their Halloween puzzles were, because it's Halloween themed. They didn't have a lot of large selections, so I could probably predict correctly which puzzle we would be doing. Now, my prediction for the solo puzzle here was Boo Town. And as you can see, it's not opened. This was not the competition puzzle. So my first prediction was not correct. The solo puzzle here was Tricky Treats. And as you can see, it's very busy. And you're probably wondering why it's a 350-piece puzzle. Well, if you can't really tell, or if you've never done a Cobble Hill puzzle, they have 2 distinct piece sizes with this. This is what they call a family puzzle, where one end of the puzzle is much larger pieces for children to do, and then there's the very small pieces on the other end, and the medium-sized pieces in the middle for, just kind of meeting up together, and then the small ones here at the end where adults and more advanced puzzlers can do. These are their 1,000 piece sizes, and this is, they're only 350 piece sizes. I don't think they have anything smaller. Well, they have the 275, but they're not this big. So this is what makes their puzzles unique. And I knew that going into this, I knew that they were small to big, or the other way around, big to small. And so I actually decided to do a practice puzzle. I got this puzzle from the USA JPA Puzzle Club, and this was also a large piece to small pieces, and so I practiced with this one the night before, and I got this one under just over the 28-minute mark. So it is 350 pieces, which is not 300, so the 30-minute goal for that is a little out the window to an extent. I've done that puzzle quite a few times now, but this puzzle was my first attempt. Now, I did go on the website when I was doing these predictions, and I did look at the picture. I studied it a little bit, not too heavily. I just really wanted to practice with the pieces and have a good strategy and order for this. Now, what I decided to do was to sort the big ones out and sort the small ones out and work with it that way. So, as you'll see in my time-lapse video here, you'll see how I decided to do a full-on sort on this one and just went for it. So, let the solo competition commence. Let's smash it.
This is 90 minutes, 350-piece puzzle, Cobble Hill, thanks to our special brand sponsor. We very much appreciate them.
Please don't be this. Don't be that house.
Good, Mike? You gotta put it on this screen.
Be the trick-or-treat one, please.
Woo! On the spot. Okay. Here we go. Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Yes, I was right! Alright, back, good. So, alright. Yep, got two. Pumpkin and fun. Alright, I'm not working with you anymore.
I did this puzzle in 33 minutes and 41 seconds. So not quite under 30 minutes, but again, it's a 350 piece puzzle, not quite a 300. I do think that was a great time. I was a little bit frustrated with these cobwebs up here, but as you can see from the video, I did a full-on sort. I did the big pieces first and worked my way through the medium-sized pieces and then to the small pieces up here. And it was a little deceiving because if you looked around the room, people looked like they had gotten most of the puzzle together, but the big pieces were, again, deceiving. And so, again, 3/4 of the puzzle were medium to large pieces. And so most people got through that relatively quickly, but when they got to the small ones up here, everyone slowed down, and everyone kind of just had to work through those cobwebs. And if you kind of can't tell on the box here, Cobble Hill has a kind of a block in the way of the bottom or the top right corner. So you had to pull up the poster if you really wanted to study the image and try to figure out what was back there. And I didn't do that. The poster was on the floor, so I didn't want to go down and grab it. And so I didn't know there was a second cobweb up here for a little while. Now, unlike last time, there was no missing pieces kerfuffle, thankfully. I did have a piece fly onto the floor, but I immediately saw that it did, heard it, grabbed it really quick, and picked it back up. So no missing pieces, nothing that cost me a place at all. So where would that have put me? I got second place. And who got first? Well, that would be Miss Shay. And she will be coming up quite a bit in these two videos because she's pretty fast. And she's on my U.S. Nationals team. So we'll get into more than that later. But she did this one in about 32 minutes and 14 seconds, I believe, was the exact time. But she did it about a minute faster, or a little bit less than a minute faster. So I wasn't too far behind her. So I was very happy to see that not only did I jump up a little bit in rankings from the Showdown, I came really close to first place. The gap there was a lot smaller. So I was super excited to see that I did so well. Funny tidbit, Christina was next to me, and so again, when you're doing your speed puzzling, you really should not look at the person next to you unless you really need some inspiration. Or maybe even if you want to look at their puzzle to get a hint. I don't know. But sometimes if you're slower and you're next to someone who's faster, it's a little bit dejecting. And she was beating me. She was, again, she didn't do a full sort like I did. So that did slow me down initially. But she was really well ahead of me before I kind of got to the small pieces up here. So I thought she was going to beat me, actually. Turned out her headphone died, and she got a little nervous or something. She told me she got in my head a little bit, so unfortunately that slowed her down. And she finished, I believe, in just like 38 minutes, 39 minutes, but she got under that 40-minute mark. So she got fourth place. So I got second, Shay got first. Third place was actually got by a lady who was out of town, so she was not from Texas. So we had a couple out-of-town competitors who actually did pretty decent. Now, we did the solo competition first, and I had a lot of fun with it. I did this puzzle for the video, obviously, and I did it in 38 minutes. So I did it 5 minutes slower than my first attempt, which honestly tells me how much energy and adrenaline I get at competitions that actually boost my confidence and my competition style, or even just my competitiveness. I actually get a lot of good energy from that, and I think that just makes me go faster, which is why I don't do as well in the Zoom competitions as I would like to. But, I mean, what if I had a choice between the Zoom competitions doing better or in-person? I'm choosing the in-person, which means U.S. Nationals, which means Worlds, state competition. So I am happy that I have the in-person competitions doing better than the Zoom. I'm really happy with that time. I'm happy with my place. And I got second place out of 112 competitors. So I was super happy to see that. So before I move on to the team side, I'll kind of go over a little bit more of the schedule just to briefly go over the pairs where they fit in. The next one was pairs relay, and then the next one after that is pairs, and then the teams was the last competition. Before I jump into teams, I'll kind of go over a few things that was going on during the competition as well. So before we did pair relay, there was an option to do a sprint, which is a little, I think it was like a 32 or 48 piece puzzle that it did. I'll show it to you right here, where you basically just do it as fast as you can. And I did it again in 1 minute and 12 seconds. I don't know if that placed me, but it was not first this time. Funny enough, It was me, Christina, and Jessica, who is one of our teammates, and she actually did it in 1:09. So she beat me. And she wasn't first either. I think it was the out-of-town lady who got 1:07. So she got that one. So I did not win the sprint this time. But it was still a lot of fun to do. The puzzle was really hard to pick up. Like, the pieces were slipping out of my hand. So, but if I got the same time as I did the last one, not sure what happened. But again, it seems like it'd be very hard to get under that 1 minute mark. I'll have to figure that out. Again, trying to look to see how fast humanly possible you can do a jigsaw puzzle. So the sprint was going on while everybody was puzzling. You had a puzzle swap table. There was a lot of puzzles to choose from. They had it sorted by piece count, and I did my best to not take away any 1,000 pieces. I think I took 1 or 2, but they were dawdle puzzles, and I really just tried to get 500s and 300s because I'm trying to do more videos here, and so the goal was to walk out with less than I brought in because I had a lot of puzzles to take. I was successful, but only by 7 puzzles. So the puzzle swap was going on. You also had spectators and the costume contest, so I did not win that. A lady won. She dressed up as Ursula, and I thought it was a very cute costume. And then the group, there was actually a group winning as well. They did the Roaring 20s, so they had the flapper dresses on. I love those dresses. I actually own one myself. So first, second, and third place got prize puzzles. So I got the Boo Town, which was my prediction for the solo puzzle. So I picked that one up, so I'll do that one day. So I'll be looking forward to that. And then you also got a coupon for the next Showdown. So my solo entry fee would be waived. So, like I said, I'm going to skip the pair relay and pairs for this. And I'm going to move on to the teams, which is not this puzzle. The puzzle, and I'll put a picture of it. Actually, I'll probably put it right here so that way it kind of stays and you kind of have a visual of it because I don't have it, is the sugar skulls. And, ooh, that was a hard puzzle. I will tell you that right now. It's a 1,000 piece Cobble Hill. Again, this was all sponsored by Cobble Hill. And my teammates were Christina, Jessica, and Genesis. And I have teamed up with all 3 of them. Christina, obviously, but I've teamed up with Jessica and Genesis before, but just not all 3 of them together. It was just kind of a unique aspect that I've puzzled with them before, but just not all together. Genesis is a part of one of my other team I do. Sometimes I do the speedpuzzling.com 500, 1,000 pairs and team puzzles for the Zoom competitions. And Christina, my pair partner, and then Jessica, I've also kind of done some team events with as well. So that was interesting. It was our first time together. So for the team event, we have a 1,000 piece puzzle, and we have, I believe, 2 hours to finish it. So, on to the team event. Let's smash it.
All right, our last event of the day. We're saving the best for it. Good luck to everyone. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Pink tiles. Okay, there's borders. Borders are sticking out. Yep. Anything else that stands out, you just start making blue. enough. There's a piece here.
I don't have this. This doesn't.
Oh wait, here. Right here. Wait, there's.
Where?
There. Got it.
Oh.
6327.
Oh, they got first.
What was their time?
This was several minutes ago. Oh my goodness.
Good job.
Like that one either. One of the jars.
So we did that puzzle in 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 27 seconds. And it was hard. I'll tell you that right now. We did full flip, full sort. I worked on the black cookies. I believe Genesis worked on the pink. Christina started working on the red, I believe, and green. And then Jessica worked on the blue. So we did really try to go for it as color codes, and I was really hoping to get under the hour, but we didn't quite make it. There was a lot of black squiggly lines everywhere. The white cookies were all over the place because they had different colors on them. And it was a difficult puzzle. And then the red background, it was like a striped, sparkly color, and that was also just hard to do. Jessica also did the border, so she was put in charge of that. So I think our technique went really well. We didn't have any major issues. It was just a really difficult puzzle. And that is pretty evident in how people ended up with the puzzle. Now, before I tell you the standings, first place finished, then we finished. So we did get second place. And then 10 minutes later, a pretty big storm hit the competition area, and we lost power. So the rest of the teams were working with their phones, with their lights, and so me and my boyfriend had to kind of run out real quick because we wanted to beat the storm as best we could. But yeah, it was very interesting. So 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 27 seconds got a second place. First place was Amy, Shay, Callie, and Kelsey. So they got it done in an hour and 30-something seconds. And they also didn't quite get under the hour. It was a difficult puzzle. And again, say Shay, she's been ahead of me now, second time. Now back to the power outage. So first and second place, us finished, then the power went out. And everybody had their phones out. Now I had to leave, and so I don't exactly know what happened. I kind of got some second-hand knowledge. Funny enough, one of the ladies at the puzzle club I did, we got on Zoom together doing the puzzle club puzzle, and she kind of told me what happened a little bit. But third place came in at 1 hour 35, so almost 30 minutes later, third place came in. And I want to say that, I don't know if it was due to the puzzle difficulty and the blackout just made it harder, or if it was the puzzle difficulty, but I do think that the blackout contributed to their delay in time. So I would probably say they would be about 10 or 12 minutes faster if that had not happened. But they were still maybe 20 or so minutes behind us. So this puzzle was very difficult. So we got second place out of 35 teams. And due to the power outage, USA JPA allowed an extra hour to finish it. So it went from 2 hours to 3 hours. And only the top 12 teams finished. So this puzzle was definitely difficult. Now, the blackout, as far as I know, did not last more than 20 or 30 minutes, but still, that still caused some issues with the teams. But I don't know, the combination of blackout and the difficulty of the puzzle was probably the wrong puzzle to speed, unfortunately. Now, my prediction for the team's puzzle was actually Halloween cookies. It was very similar to the sugar skulls, but a little bit more Halloween themed than not just the skulls. I think that might have actually been a harder puzzle because the colors weren't as distinct as the sugar skulls. Genesis took the puzzle home, so I don't have it with me, and I don't want it. So I did have a pair relay puzzle right here, and I'll probably keep that one for the next video. But yeah, the teams event was actually, it was a lot of fun. We got to puzzle together. We got to, we finished second place. So once again, I feel like I might be sweeping second place. But did I actually do it all the way through the competition? This is part 1 of the 2025 DFW Spooktacular. I would like for you to join me on part 2 where I go over the pairs relay and the pairs competitions with Christina. Don't want to miss that. See how I do to finish out this tournament. As for the 1,000 piece teams and the 350 solo competition puzzles, we mostly smashed it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.